question. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Hi. I just want to ask about the timeline, right? So I'll probably talk some telecom language because it took Android 10 years to become mainstream. As of May this year, it's 85% of all the operating systems. Yeah, so, I've been hearing about blockchain and Bitcoin and everything for the last 1 year. How much time, as per your personal experience, will it take for it to actually become mainstream? 10 years, 5 years, or whatever your guess is?
Yeah. So to answer that question, I will say no matter who answers that question, he'll be wrong. That's the way it is going. I know few projects that are there, so just would want to share that. And in tomorrow's session, we'll go through some of those projects. One of the important projects that I'm being associated with is government of UAE, the city of Dubai. They have openly announced and challenged that they will make all of the government departments, all the paperwork will go blockchain by the year 2020. It's a massive undertaking, but at the same time, it has its huge implications and benefits as well. So yeah, they are looking at 3 years. There are several projects that are live as well. There are apart from the currencies, there are so many projects that are live as well. So and I remember a study from Accenture. It said about 2020 and 22, most of the banks will be there. And 2025, they said it will be mainstream adoption. Blockchain will be adopted mainstream. I refer to that study. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm available throughout the day. If you have any questions, feel free. We'll connect. Thank you so much.
Please give a big round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
So our next speaker is the co-founder of Ilgamos International, a startup company with a mission. We have a few of their members here today. A startup company with a mission to create a unique global economic system based on the use of their company's own cryptocurrency, the Ilcoin. Our speaker's passion is freedom. Freedom of choice, freedom of movement, freedom of expression. He believes that every individual on Earth has the inalienable right to create, keep and control all legally acquired financial assets and enjoy prosperity and peace of mind. Originally an economist and finance writer in his native Hungary, he worked in investment markets in Sydney, Australia. And then with the Asian financial crisis in 2008, when markets changed and expectations of the financial world were turned upside down, and when Bitcoin first saw the light, he also began to look for new opportunities. After searching and searching, he and his two partners in 2012 decided to launch their online marketing company, Ilgamos. He believes that cryptocurrency and blockchain technology in general will change our lives, and that process has already begun. While it seems like the wild, wild west out there right now, blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and freedom have a big part to play in our future. Please welcome our next speaker, Mr. Victor Havashi.
Very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And first of all, I want to thank Shaheen and his team for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here, and I have a lot to thank Shaheen for. He's a very excited young man. He came to see us in our office and had lengthy discussions with us, and for some reason he became even more excited and said, "Hey Victor, we are doing this cryptocurrency expo, why don't you come and tell you what you do, maybe some people would be interested." And I said, look, we are such a new company. Our coin is still very small. I mean, there will be some industry experts over here. I mean, what am I doing here? And he said, don't worry about it, just come and say so. And I thought, gee, I came here to learn, and certainly not to educate. And I came here to cooperate, and certainly not to compete with anyone. But if I expect to gain knowledge and learn from you guys, I think it's appropriate that I give something to you in return. So next, I'm going to say a few things about what we do, what we have done, where we are going. Take this as an introduction, please, and I hope we can find some synergies, because we all work in different capacities, though, but we all work in the same industry one way or another. But before I get started, can I just begin with a personal reflection that comes from my heart? I really believe that our generation, my generation, is the luckiest in the world, in human history. We see more changes, faster changes, more challenges, and of course more opportunities than ever before. Just think about it. And let me illustrate my point. You may have heard about this. I'm not sure if it's true or not. But in the year 1899, Charles Duell, who was the commissioner of the US Patent Office, apparently he said, everything that can be invented has already been invented. That was in 1899. I'm not sure again if it's true or not. But anyway, it makes a good story. In his days, in 1899, probably even telephones were not invented. And look what happened in the last 50, 60, 80 years. How telephones have changed. Or I remember in my grandfather's house, he used a typewriter like this. When I started out as a finance writer, I used a typewriter like this with a copying paper in between. And now, of course, we use sophisticated laptops. First television in the 50s. This seemed very modern as I was growing up. And now, look at what we watch today. And to get a little bit closer to why we are here today, shopping used to be like this. And now it's pretty much like this today, or something similar. Jack Ma says that in the next 30 years, 90% of all businesses will go digital. All businesses, that is. And that's something we should be mindful of. But as businesses go digital and go online, and the speaker before me spoke very well about this, the world needs new payment methods. We are used to paying with cash. I have no problems with cash. I personally like cash. And then 100 years ago or so, bank transfers appeared. And now, of course, we use bank cards, credit cards, and more sophisticated online payment methods that are built into our cell phones and who knows wherever. All this has created an incredibly complicated, cumbersome, and very expensive network of banks, central banks, payment processors, card companies. And this system, personally, has given me 80% of my headaches and frustrations in the last 3 or 4 years. 80% of my business headaches and frustrations have been caused by the international money movement payment system. So obviously, and this is a confession, we feel and we felt when we started this project with Ilcoin that the world is definitely heading towards new payment systems. And that's, as we know, that's why we are here, that's cryptocurrency. My personal belief is that nobody knows exactly where cryptocurrency and blockchain technology will be in 5 to 10 years. I don't believe any of us knows that exactly. I personally certainly don't. But one thing I think we all agree on, it is here to stay. It is here to stay. And let me just commend and recognize the representative of the Bhutan government, and also I believe there are some people from the Thai government, for their openness and willingness to learn. Because I believe when governments try to stop the crypto revolution and Bitcoin and other methods, this is what happens. You can set up a fence in an open field, but you cannot stop the revolution. So I believe, and my suggestion and my advice is, if you cannot fight it, you'd better join it. Because unless you unplug the internet totally and switch off the last online computer, you cannot block blockchains and cryptocurrencies. We at Ilgamos, I'm honest with you, 4 or 5 years ago, when we started the company, knew very little about digital currencies and blockchain technology. Very little. But we felt that we must participate in it. We have to be involved. We must be involved with this technology and this historic shift in power. We believe, and that's our core philosophy, as Mark, who I'm very fortunate to work with on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, we believe that everyone in the world has the right to life, freedom, and financial independence. The right to control all their legally acquired assets freely and fully. And also the right to financial security and the right to enjoy peace of mind. And this sounds very corny and basic, but our freedoms are being threatened increasingly in many countries, certainly in my country, and as we look around in many other regions and countries in the world. Our freedoms are under threat. Freedom of speech, freedom of media, freedom of press, freedom of association, freedom of movement. Just look around. Just look around. I feel very strongly about freedom, and that gives me the passion for becoming involved and working in this field of blockchain technology and digital currency. But coming back to a little bit more closer to home and what we do, we decided to build and develop an Ilcoin-based global economic community where people work as members of this community and enjoy all the benefits. So we started developing our own crypto coin, our own digital coin. We named it Ilcoin because it comes from the name of our company. And that's where our journey started. Let me just explain what we mean by the Ilcoin-based ecosystem. It's a community of people around the world, the members of which, people who recognize, earn, spend, accumulate and trade this cryptocurrency for their own benefits and of course for the benefit of every other member in this community. Many people around the world have in the last 3, 4, 5 years started developing crypto coins, and even more people will do that in the future. But our basic premise was that our crypto system and our blockchain technology must work in the real world. We are not an exotic experiment, a group of high school students, doing having some fun on the weekend. We want this system to work in the real world. And that's our basic premise. We started mining this coin as early as September 2015. And I'm here to just give you a very short rundown on what we have done. First of all, it's a SHA-256 technology identical to Bitcoin, proof of work. Centralized mining, I want to mention a few things about that later on. Total to be mined, 2.5 billion. Currently active nodes around 1,400 at this point. It is now traded on CSEX for the last 3 months. The high was $8 USD. Now it's the low was 12 cents USD. With a new coin with very low trading volumes, that's not surprising. Monthly volume is around 30 Bitcoin, not much, but for a new coin, it's probably not too bad. Between May 11 and August 3, that's since it started trading in CSEX, it's been 90 Bitcoins. The source is from Crypto Compare, and you can follow and monitor our coin also on BitInfo charts and CryptTrader. What we have found in the last few years is that enthusiastic people set up coins, develop systems, and launch cryptocurrencies, and then many of them just walk away, and the whole system is just left there to wither and die slowly. Our team is working around the clock. It's a continuous, non-stop development because the world around us is changing very fast, as you understand. It's changing very fast. So I collected just a few basic pieces of information for those people who are interested in the technical details. Some of the stuff that we have done in the last, I would say, 6-9 months. We have a whole range of wallets already up and running. We have different fiat currencies in the web wallet, in the online wallet. It has a price display. We also have our own block explorer, and we have upgraded that recently. It has all the security features, updated Ilcoin core. We have stabilizing servers implemented into our systems. They don't participate in the mining process, but they play a very important role in stabilizing the system. The result is faster transactions, even at lower hash rates. We are quite proud of this. We also have Android and iOS-based Ilcoin wallets. The Android wallet was first released, and it's become available on Google Play Store from January this year. We are waiting for Apple to approve our Ilcoin wallet. On Google, on the Play Store, it has a rating of 4.8. It has had already 4,000 downloads, and it has a range of different features, and it's again being constantly developed. It shows a transaction history, dynamic graph with the historical USD prices, and so on and so on and so on. I don't really want to burden you with too much technical stuff. If you guys are, from a technical aspect, want to know more, I'm very happy to answer questions in private, face-to-face. We also have an updated wallet which is capable of handling Ilcoins and Bitcoins together at the same time, in the same wallet. It's the result of recent development work, and that is again coming on Play Store in August later this month. We have the Bitcoin Ilcoin wallet, as I said, and sign and verify message, transaction fee, blah 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 blah. Look, you can read all about this. The source code we updated for those technically minded in the last few months. Updated node versions. We have now faster synchronizations, etc., 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 etc. You can read it. I don't really want to go through all this. We have the first wallet we launched and started was built on Windows, We recently updated that as well, and now it shows price graphs. It has a whole range of features. It's worth taking a look at. The actual cryptocurrency site, the Ilcoin site, is ilcoincrypto.com. We have refreshed and redesigned that. Also, it is highly secure, it's safe, and we are very proud to share it. Without going into too many details, I just want to make a few short points before I close my presentation. We have a new Ilcoin core version, which means that we can adapt any new Bitcoin development. So we are up at the technological standard of Bitcoin. We have, as I said, 28 servers to stabilize our mining operation, and I'm very proud and happy to report that we have withstood all hack attacks that we have had in the last year and a half or 2 years. We do get hack attacks, quite a lot actually, based on the IP addresses, mostly from Asia, Vietnam, Russia, India, etc. But we have had no problems whatsoever with our wallets or the blockchain itself. One thing we have done recently, and that might be interesting for some of you, is we tested a block size of 200 megabytes, which means that basically an unlimited amount of information can be packed into one single block. So we don't have the problem that we have seen with Bitcoin in recent weeks and months with SegWit. You know, for those people who are not quite familiar with these terms, the amount of information you can pack into a block is limited with Bitcoin. And that's what causes a lot of problems, and that has led very, very simply to a fork in recent times. So we have tested our blocks with 200 megabytes, and the system validated the transactions without any problems. So it's quite a nice feature. We have high-speed and stable wallets, blockchain compatible with the Bitcoin system. And the next step, we are about 6-9 months away from that, is to be able to offer smart contracts. First 5 different types, and then more as we move on into the future. So it's also quite exciting. I mentioned in my introduction that I'm going to say a few things about centralized versus decentralized. We have received a criticism in recent times that your coin is not really a real coin because it's mined centrally. Yes, it was launched and it is still mined on a central basis. Yes, we control the mining. And there are arguments for and against both centralized and decentralized mining. Bitcoin, quite clearly, is totally decentralized. It's public, it's open source. But at the same time, we all know there is no planning, no coordination behind Bitcoin. Basically, anyone can do whatever they want with Bitcoin. Players can and sometimes do argue with each other. Where to go, how to go, and this is what happened just a few days ago. SegWit, therefore, in our view, can be looked at very much as a Russian roulette. What is going to happen with an open source currency where everyone can do whatever they want? Fork has raised the risk of Bitcoin collapsing. Of course, it hasn't happened, and I think I was very fortunate to buy Bitcoins just a few days before this recent split happened, because the price has shot up, as you all know. In Ilcoin, yes, we started the mining on a centralized basis. We will release it, of course, later on when the coin is stronger. But this means that we have firm control. That's how we could achieve the result that I've mentioned before. The block size, for example, 200 megabytes. But ultimately, and that's also part of our belief, it's wonderful to experiment with the coin. It's wonderful to design blockchains and play in this exciting field. But ultimately, the long-term value of any coin and the viability and the success will be determined by whether that coin can be used, traded, and again used to make purchases on the internet. Can you use those coins to buy travel services, online services, offline services, products, whatever, any product like you can do with Bitcoin? If you don't have that facility, if your coin cannot be used to buy products and services, well, the question is, what is it for? What is it good for? If you cannot use your dollars or euros to buy anything with it, well, it's probably a worthless currency, isn't it? So we have a brand new project, which I'm not going to talk about now. Maybe next year when we get together again, I will do that. We are launching an online global merchant platform where various merchants, service and product providers are offering their products, goods, services in exchange for our cryptocurrency. It sounds very simple, but it is a complex system, and it offers benefits to both customers and, of course, the merchants who decide to join this revolution and start accepting our cryptocurrency because they see what has happened with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, and some of the other successful coins. So that's our next project. Maybe next year when we come together, I will tell you a lot more about SmarterBuy. It's very exciting. A whole team of people is working on that. We are launching it in the next week or two. It's ready, it's being tested. And if you want to know more about where we come from and what we do and where we are headed, you're welcome to have our white paper, which sets out some of our directions for the future, technical details of the coin, the vision most importantly, and what benefits merchants and customers can gain from our new merchant platform. This is probably the only white paper in the world that is actually black in color, because in line and in accordance with our corporate image, we printed that and published it on a black background. So you are welcome to have our white paper in black. So thank you very much for listening to me. Hope we can get together in the next day or two, share some information. I'm really eager to learn from you. And if you have any questions and maybe some interest in what we do, I'm very happy to be at your disposal and send you our white paper. Thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Victor. Okay, let's get into our final session for today. We have two more speakers for you. Our first speaker this afternoon is a kick-ass business development expert with over 12,000 connections on LinkedIn. 12,000 connections. Helping to build a new and exciting software company here in Asia, HYPR is the leading provider of biometric authentication for mobile payment solutions. They're working on some mind-blowing integrations with new technologies. Growing a pharma cloud factory, another small company, to be the most recognised voice-over internet protocol for the mobile and IP networks in the world. As a business development specialist, our speaker helps software companies and other companies expand into the ASEAN region. He has a quotation: "What the clever man does in the beginning, the stupid man does in the end." His specialities: sales at the highest level, a leader in social media management, leading VoIP and telephony development, digital in-source signage and marketing, and believes that he is helping to change the world through experience management, interconnecting companies with their stakeholders to continually improve their brand quality and customer experiences. Please welcome your speaker this afternoon, Mr. Per Lind.
Thanks. We're on. Okay, cool. And I'm also co-founder of IOTA. That's a little company. So we're here to talk about the cryptocurrency. We're coming at it from a very different perspective. We're not blockchain, we're distributed ledger. Very distinct difference in that. And I'll get into what we kind of mean with that. Now what did I do? Oh, technology. So there are a few problems, as you have seen here from the 1st of August. Scalability, storage, bandwidth, fees, no data privacy. We can go on. We're coming at it from it. So when we thought about IOTA, which wasn't called IOTA back then, we came at it from an IoT perspective. The problem with blockchain, Ethereum, is you have a fee that you can't control. So if I own this light bulb and I want to pay every watt that I use, I consume, I can't do that on blockchain, I can't do it on Ethereum, because the fee would be higher than the 6 baht that I have to pay for 1 watt. So we sat down and we looked at, okay, we're into microtransactions, which is not going to happen. So if you think about some of the crazy ideas about 8 years ago, POS on blockchain. Am I going to wait 4 hours to get my transaction through? And I don't know what the fee is. I'm not dissing Bitcoin or Ethereum. We're just completely different in the way that we're approaching this. How do we do this? We came up with our co-founders in Russia came up with a great idea, which is called distributed ledger technology, which we call the Tangle. So if you look here, that's how we validate transactions. There's no miners. You can set it to no fee. So we don't have the problems that Bitcoin inherently started out having and what they're trying to solve now. So I make a little joke. We do the blockchain without the block in the chain. Nobody's laughing. I told David that. So if you want to know more about how we came up with this, we have a white paper that you can download, IOTA, token.com, IOTA _white paper, PDF. But the whole thing is we do 2 validations down and 1 up. So for me to get my validation, I validate 2. So you can see I'm directional. I'm not hierarchical as Bitcoin. We bench tested in Berlin with PwC. Right now we can do 100,000 transactions per second. Bitcoin is hovering around 7. Ethereum is about 21. We're going to see some dramatical changes to that. I understand they're changing the technology. But when you change technology, it has an impact. Is it secure? Is it quantum secure? I'm also the co-founder of Teridion, which is a quantum computer chip manufacturer, which will be based here in Thailand. A lot of people are saying, okay, 2025, we're going to have quantum computing that's going to deconstruct various blockchains. People disagree with me on that. That's fine. Let's see what is in the history books in 20 years. So what we're doing, we can set it to no fees. That doesn't mean you have to set it to no fees at all cost. Let's take a container shipping company that owns all their own containers. Why should they go out to an Ethereum platform or Bitcoin and pay a third party to validate their own data? For me, as a businessman, that makes no sense. We're scalable, 100,000 transactions per second. we're quantum secure, we have data integrity, you can store all the data, or you can link to the data that you want in the chain. And something rather new, and this is what we wanted. If you look at Tesla, you will hear Elon Musk saying, I don't want my electrical car with all the systems connected to the internet all the time, because it increases my risk of exposure for hacking. You can actually, in the Tangle, you can take it offline, and when it reconnects, it updates the whole thing. So these are the two things that highly fluctuating transaction fees on the blockchain side, expensive data storage, no privacy, not scalable, probably till next year. Miner centralization. So with 70% of miners in China, do you trust them? And with the necessity to have trust comes a distributed network. And if all your miners are complicit, they can do things that you don't want. So we're resistant to centralization, very scalable with sub-minute transaction finality, optimized for data security, including Tangle encryption, and you can set it to no fees. This is basically what it means. We know that's going to change over the next couple of years. We agree with that. Again, we're not saying Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any altcoin is bad. We all have our purposes. But we're coming at it from Internet of Things. This is the offline Tangle. You take it offline. So we have a proof of concept in northern Germany right now with Volkswagen, where we're basically allowing a wallet in a Volkswagen electrical car. When you plug it in, it pays for its own electricity. What else can you ask for? I don't have to do anything. Plug it in, you pay, you drive. So other use cases. So we're into sensors. We're geeks in sensors. So the container company I'm talking about is a rather small Danish company, Maersk Line, and they've actually put sensors into every container that they're moving. And I think they're moving about 16 million every month. So it can measure, it has an accelerometer, temperature gauge, gas gauge, and something else, I forget. So let's say that I get my container here in Lam Chabang port in Thailand. The crane comes and picks it up, drops it 5 meters. My sensor that can then contact the insurance company and say, "Oops, we got a problem." What Maersk is telling me is it takes them about 3 years to settle every kind of claim in the maritime world, because everybody is blaming each other, right? Now I can see exactly where was the container, what happened, and when. Who's in charge of that? Solves a big problem for them. Also, they can start finding their own containers now. We did a proof of concept in Kenya, I believe. So here, I don't know how many are here from Thailand, but we have a problem here with farmers. My wife's family is farmers. Usually when the farmer who yells the loudest gets the money, right? So if I yell crop failure, the government will pay me money. So we came up with a system, a proof of concept in Kenya, where we said, okay, let's do crop insurance, but let's put a little dinghy in the ground that measures the temperature, the rainfall, the pH, so we have a good understanding, is it actually a good growable, tillable earth? And then we collect that in the Tangle. The problem with farmers and insurance companies is they don't trust each other. I solved that, okay? Because I collect the data. put it into the tangle. Nobody can dispute that. So if my father-in-law one day wakes up and calls the agricultural ministry and say, I have no rice. Insurance company gets online. Yeah, but did the 20 farmers around you have rice? What happened to you, right? So now we have trusted knowledge. Then they can start investigating. The problem why insurance companies don't want to do that here in Thailand is it takes too long time to investigate and to get paid out. So if you have a flood, I can see that. You have no rice, at least for another year. That's where we're solving problems. We're helping the government to solve a problem where they don't have to bribe the farmers for votes. I shouldn't have said that if there are any politicians in here. So, if you look at Thailand, we have two industries that are very dear to our heart. Tourism, which you've experienced probably coming here, and we are the food bowl of the world. We like to say that anyway. So this project will be actually going live in Laos, not in Thailand, in about 6 months. And we're supported by the World Bank and Asian Development Bank and whatever else you have. Supply chain tracking, audit trail. So who can we work with? Banks, documents, landowner deeds. Big problem in Thailand, because usually my family will borrow money on a land deed and they'll give it to somebody that they can't trust. Insurance providers that we just discussed. Another thing with Maersk Line is the managing director here said, okay, so I have a container sitting in Lam Chabang. Thai driver comes down to pick it up. I have no certificate to pick it up. I forgot. He's sitting on Maersk payroll for 3 days, waiting for us to carry out a new document from Copenhagen. Good for him, bad for. If we have all this in the block in the tangle, the harbor master can push a button and he prints it out and he knows it's okay. Importers, exporters, if you've ever sent anything in a container from anywhere to anywhere, it's about this much paper. There's 47 people involved in a shipment from Kenya with roses to Amsterdam in Holland. Only 2 of those people see, the people that see what's actually in there are the people that close the door and the people that open the door. The other 45 people know nothing. What's in there? Here you can actually verify and make a valid claim to what is in there. Bandwidth on demand, our idea came from about 4 years ago where we're sitting discussing how can we disrupt different industries. And I picked telephony, mobile phone. How about if you had a mobile phone with a smart transaction? So I find the best signal I can get, and I pay per package. As I move around, I don't need a contract. Okay, DTech, what are you going to do about that? We're currently working on that with Deutsche Telekom and a few others. Now, when we get down into the pay per byte, which is actually that's what we're doing. If you have the light bulb that needs to pay for its own electricity, we can do that. Most other systems you can't do that with. The network is able to scale. We're working with Canonical, funny name, and Lime SDR. Transactional grid. Again, electricity. You have a solar panel on your roof. I don't need the power. Well, I sell it to whoever meets my smart contract. I want 6 baht per kilowatt. Somebody comes and says, I'll buy that. Here you go. But why would you want to pay a transaction fee if you own the tangle yourself. That's back to the original. Combined with the possibility of selling the sensor data. So going back to the farmer, all the data that we pick up from the sensors in the ground, they can go to the agricultural ministry. Should we do that for free? No, we want to pay the farmer. We want to make an ecosystem of this. That's pretty much me. We're different in the way that we're thinking about the world as far as blockchain, distributed ledger. We have some different views, but most importantly, and this is what I want to stress to you guys, you've seen a lot of funny ICOs. I call them ITOs, initial token offerings. If you don't solve a problem, don't believe. That's just the way that we think. We came in, we were underneath the radar for 4 years. We were forced to go out because we had a very huge investment coming in June 13. We went to 1.5 billion, and in a couple of days we're down to 600 million. We're up to 1.1. But we're in it for the long term. This is not an investment vehicle. This is a usability token, if you will. It needs to be used for something. We can pay very, very minute amounts. If you look at, if you believe McAfee, if Bitcoin is going to go to $500,000 per coin, you make a decimal point mistake, ouch. With us, we've issued 2,700 billion IOTAs. So when you see our price, it's 1 million IOTAs, it's not one coin. Just please keep that in mind. If you buy one coin, I think we're about 40 cents per 1 million IOTA. If you're interested to know more, we come from the low end. We're not here to make profit. IOTA is a foundation. It's open source technology. Anybody here can put stuff on top of it. Our rail, our communication level in the Tangle, we have Oracle technology, we have smart contracts, we have other, so we're like building a Lego brick system. So if you come up with the next big idea, we can put it on the Tangle. Thank you.
A big thank you to Per for his presentation. I know that some people will have some questions. So I was taking notes out the back corner. I'm taking photographs of the slides. It's fascinating, the knowledge. So if you have a question, now is the time. Yeah?
Oh, so you're all going to buy IOTA now?
To answer that question, yes, we'll buy some IOTA. But I think just the entire platform, I think it's purely from a user perspective, right? So if you look at farmers, if you look at fintech and everything, because right now in the blockchain world, everybody is talking about fintech, because everybody wants to make money. I think IOTA, by your presentation, it has a lot of utility, usability in pretty much everything, which is great. Just from an investment perspective, you mentioned that when you buy an IOTA, there is 1 million coins or whatever it is. Are you guys doing something where it will be probably a little more user-friendly from an investment perspective? That's one. And second, you mentioned while we were having this conversation earlier that you're working with banks probably in India, I won't name them. But are you also working, or are you also thinking of working with the government in terms of, farmers? Because, we have a big problem around farmer suicide, etc., etc. I think I would love, some solutioning around that.
Sure. Well, we welcome any government to look into our technology. We had one project here, and that just explains a little bit about why we're different. So an Ethereum consortium made, so here in Thailand, when you buy something, you have to have stamps. actually physical lick stamps on your contract, and a stamp on top of that. They're issued by the post office. We've kind of looked at it and this is crazy. We're Thailand 4.0. Why do we have to have paper stamps, right? So this consortium sat down and we built a smart contract. Cool. Then we came to the two banks, Kasikorn Bank and Bangkok Bank. K-Bank asked me, wait a minute, this is a public blockchain. So Bangkok Bank can see how many contracts I issued yesterday? Yes, not interested. So we went back and then I said, okay, let's do that on IOTA and then lock down that. So you have a permissive platform. K-Bank can see what they're doing, Bangkok Bank can see what they're doing, the government can see what everybody's doing. Voila, we got a solution. So yes, in those things, we are working with them, but again, you gotta remember, we're not here for the quick gain. We're here to solve problems. If you don't solve problems, I'm sorry guys, if you're investing in something that doesn't solve problems, think again. Just a word of advice. I'm not dissing anybody, by the way. Other questions? I'll expect IOTA to go to 50 cents tomorrow then.
Big round of applause. Thank you, Pip. Okay, for our final speaker this afternoon, we're going back into the coin world again. And we're going to hear from the CMO of Falcoin. With more than 25 years in the business of marketing for multinational corporations, I'm going to share a little bit about how Falcoin is into the convergence of cryptocurrency, communication, and commerce. And I think it's a great finish to our day today to give us some more ideas to think about the future, even between tonight and tomorrow morning. As we research the companies we've met today, as we discover more online about what they're doing online, and we go to an online thesaurus or glossary to find out what does that word really mean and build our knowledge. So our final speaker for today, to give you a great end to the first day of the Cryptocurrency Expo 2017, please welcome Mr. Roger Patterson. Okay, please welcome Roger.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hi. Thank you. Just one thing, it was a small mistake there. 15 years experience, I'm not that old yet. So, welcome everybody. Have you had a good time today? Yeah? Excellent. So, what we're going to be doing today, to finish off, we're going to be looking at what Falconer Technologies are going to be offering you with our two main products, Falcoin and Falchat. So, let's go on. Communications. Question. What's this? What was that? Sorry? A mobile phone, yeah. Who has a phone? You got a phone? You have a phone? Yeah, we all have phones, yeah. And communications, they are everywhere in our daily life. Can you imagine waking up and not having your phone? That's pretty scary, yeah? It is part of our daily life, okay? And it's now the pillar of what economic drive is building upon, okay? Communications is where the money is now. And it connects all people and all businesses and, yeah. So, we also live in the smartphone age. No longer is a phone just a phone, yeah? Do you use your phone just as a phone? No, it's like apps and for everything, for communication, for navigation, for music, for video, for entertainment, for finances, absolutely everything, okay? So, Facebook bought over WhatsApp for $19 million, okay? Sorry, $19 billion in 2014. Line IPO in New York Stock Exchange for $8.6 billion, 2016, and IM messaging apps have consistently been the most downloaded apps, most popular apps in the world. So let's take a closer look at that. How many people just have one IM app? I've got about 3 of them. 3 different IM apps, okay? So WhatsApp is the most popular, but over 1 billion users. Facebook Messenger, around 1 billion users as well. WeChat, 900 million. Line, 500 million. Viber, 500 million users, okay? These are very, very popular, and it's a good way to get a market share for business and for our customers. And which is why we have launched ValChat. ValChat is, there we go. We see? Okay, well, our own chat application ValChat is available in the Google Play Store and for Apple iOS devices right now. It should be up there, but we can't see anything. Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. There you go. Technology is wonderful, isn't it? So, what makes ValChat different? And it's anonymity. Internet age, we all have to be really careful about our own identity, especially when dealing with money and finances. We have to make sure that things are secure, things are safe. So, you can use this app to send text messages, voice messages, images, and all chat records, and they are all, you can choose to have it in a secure chat or an open chat. If you have it in a secure chat, then all records are gone, okay? Complete privacy. Conversations, discussions are erased from the chat platform, but the transaction records of the trade remains in the blockchain. Very important. So this is ideal for crypto professionals or anonymous users and whoever else wants to stay a bit more private. So, our crypto capabilities. You can view live cryptocurrency prices as they change, because we all know they don't stay at one level. It's always up and down, always fluctuating. Okay, so you can stay on top of what the current prices are. You can buy and sell cryptocurrencies within the app itself. So you don't have to have a separate application to do this. It comes with location services. So you can be sitting in a coffee shop somewhere, and you think, I'm just going to be see if I can trade with anyone, and you can be trading with someone on the opposite side of the room, and you don't even know them. It's just a really good, really cool tool. So right now, we want to say the beta version is absolutely free of charge, and it is available right now to download for your Android or iOS device. Now, please bear in mind, this is a beta version, and of course, we're still in testing procedures, and we will be adding many more features in the coming weeks and months. So, Filecoin. Filecoin is integrated into ValChat as standard. We are traded on the Nova exchange, and our price rose between 10 and 30-fold within the first 50 days of ICO. Now, Filecoin is available for offline and online trade transactions. Now, the difference between Filecoin and Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin is very expensive right now. Okay, it's a much more premium price. Filecoin is much more economical, a much wiser decision right now. So Filecoin is easily available through different channels. Okay, you can search nearby locations for different sellers. We have a forum inbuilt within the system, so people can arrange transactions and discuss the ups and downs. And we also have a chat support system as well. So FilePay, our very own fiat currency payment gateway, will be introduced in the next phase. Okay, it's one of the new features that we will be rolling out to make things more accessible. And we want to be able to give FileChat and Filecoin an integrated community. Okay, we're not just going to be some sort of faceless thing. You'll be able to contact us, and you'll be able to communicate what you like and what you want to improve on. Okay, we were all about user experience. So today, we want to offer you a special offer, just for today, just as guests of this expo. by, sorry, if you sign up today in FalChat, okay, you can get your first Falcoin on the Nova Exchange today, and you can get a free, yes, I said it, a free t-shirt. Isn't that amazing? Who doesn't like free t-shirts, okay? I have a free t-shirt back home already. Now, the price for a Falcoin today is round about only $1. It was up and down, last night 80, now at 140. So for the price, less than the price of a t-shirt, you are getting a free t-shirt, and you are getting your very first Falcoin as well. So, of course, if you have any questions, if you want to know more, then you can contact us via our website, you can contact us via the app, or you can find a member of the team after the event. That's all for me today. I'm going to stop talking because I can see some people getting sleepy. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Our first speaker is the CEO and founder of Cripex Trading Academy, the only trading company that has made a massive result for successful, profitable crypto traders in his country. His expertise is focused on entrepreneurship, people empowerment, and Cripex trading for the last 2 years. His advocacy is to help more people, become successful online entrepreneurs and flourishing Cripex traders by teaching them with the right methodologies how to learn and master the art of Bitcoin and altcoin trading. His vision is to create a new breed of successful entrepreneurs using the power of technology to help contribute to economic growth and development. Now, he has assured me that he has enough energy to get us all up and rocking this morning. He's going to rock the house. So from Manila in the Philippines, please welcome Mr. Jonathan Tinoco.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay, are you excited for today? Yes, okay. So before we begin, I would like first to thank Shaheen and his team for bringing us here in this event. And of course, I would like to welcome all of you here today in our second day of Cryptocurrency Expo. Okay, again, give yourself a round of applause for becoming part of this event. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. So before we begin, I would like to ask you some questions first. Okay. Who among you here who's sick and tired, working for more than 8 hours a day, and getting the result that you want? Raise your hands. Okay, very good. Okay, there's some people out there. Okay. Now, my second question is this. How many of you who want to move yourself to the next level, to become a multi-millionaire in cryptocurrency? Raise your hands. Okay, very good. Okay. So, my name is Jonathan Tinoco, and I want to share some basic information, about the cryptocurrency trading. Okay, I'm not going to discuss you some deeper techniques today because we have some only few time today. All right. Now, so our advocacy is to educate more people, to learn the basic of cryptocurrency. Okay, because all of us, we work hard every day, but the result that we are getting is that exactly what we want. Yes. All right. Now, how many of you here can I see the hands first? Okay, who's working or employees? Raise your hands. Okay, entrepreneurs, businessmen. Okay, people who stay at home. Do we have here? Of course, all of you. I think all traders, right? Okay. Now, all right. So my topic is. We'll share you some basics, all right? Okay, how to become a crypto multi-millionaire in less than 30 days. And this is one of my signature courses in our country, okay? Because most of us in the Philippines, we work hard to earn money, but unfortunately, the result that we are getting is not worth living. And in fact, it could not give you the life that you want. All right? Okay. Now, in order for that, or in order for you to do that, okay, all of us wants to earn money, but the first thing should do is what? To learn. Yes? Yes. Okay. In order for us to earn money in cryptocurrency, in crypto trading, the first key is to learn. Because becoming good on something requires basic mastery. Will you agree with me? Yes? Hello? All right. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, I'm going to share you some two techniques here, some basic techniques. All right. How did I do to earn millions in cryptocurrency? All right. So, are you ready? Okay. Now, I know I'll be the first speaker for today. Okay, and we'll be here until 10 p.m. Right? We'll be here until 10 p.m. And I want to keep your excitement level alive, awake, and enthusiastic. So, will you coordinate and support me here? All right, thank you very much. Okay, one more time, will you cooperate with me? All right, thank you very much. Okay, now, what we're doing, what we're sharing is this, okay? We trade and we hold, okay? There are two things for you to earn in cryptocurrency. We trade or we hold coins, okay? And the first one we're gonna share with you is trading. All right. Go to trading first. Okay. The strategy that I'm using, or we're using, is what we call price gap trading. In Forex trading, we call it scalping. All right. How many of you here who's trading in Forex, by the way? Who trade Forex? Okay. All right, thank you very much. Now, how does it work? Okay. Just show you some of my good trades here. Okay. It was March 21 of 2017. Okay. I do trading in my mobile phone. Okay. I started with a capital or initial capital of, it's $1,080. I set my trade at night. Then when I wake up early in the morning, I was surprised because the market hits my trade. And the total profit that I earned in less than 24 hours is around $4,700. Right. Good profit or very good profit? Not bad, right? Okay. Now, just to continue, April 4, 2 weeks after, continue my trade. Okay. So I actually double the amount of my fund in the platform. Okay. By the way, we're using a livecoin.net platform here. Okay. How many of you are familiar with livecoin.net? How many of you are familiar here? Okay, very good. Okay. Now, it keep doing price gap trading, and moving forwards, April 12, 2017. Okay, I earned almost 653, or that's $13,000. All right. Then a day after that is actually a total of, all right, it's almost $20,000. In the Philippines, it's a huge amount of money. Okay, can buy a lot of things on that. All right. Now, what's the basic key technique that we're using here? Okay. All right, it's buying low and sell high. Again, it's buy low and sell high concept. Now, in cryptocurrency trading, okay, we use some different platforms like Poloniex, okay, like Bittrex, Bitfinex. And what we're doing in these platforms is we simply buy some coins at the cheapest price. Then when the market goes up, we sell. That's a basic trading, all right? Especially if you want to do a price gap trading like every day. Now, for some people, maybe you're doing it every weekends. I don't know, all right? Now, okay, the next one is, okay, hold. It's actually hold. But there's some memes on the internet. Yeah, you saw it, all right? They call they pronounce it as hold. It's the same, okay? Now, in holding, the basic principle is what? You buy a huge number of coins, then hold it. It's like buying Bitcoin year 2009 and selling it after 5 years. Because you all know that Bitcoin price year 2009 is around less than $1, right? Then after 5 years, the price of Bitcoin increased to almost $1,000. And today, I think the last price of Bitcoin is how much? It's $3,200 now, all right? Isn't it amazing? Yes? All right. Hello? Are you with me? Yes. All right. Okay. Now, how do we do the volume or this kind of trade or the holding strategy? Okay. Now, just to share one more. Okay, I use this platform, it's Poloniex platform. All right. Now, way back May 2015, 2016, it was 3 months ago. Okay, me and my partner, that lovely lady, yeah, that girl. All right, we went here in Bangkok, Thailand for a week vacation, for 1 week vacation. Okay, I left my account with $20,000. Okay, with $20,000. Okay, but I bought some coins. All right, then do nothing. All right, then I was surprised. 6 days after, I doubled my money, okay, using the tray or using the coins that I bought before that. So what I did, I bought a huge number of coins, all right, and just leave it in the platform. Then when the market or the value of those coins increase, my fund also increase, all right. Now, did I do a trading? Did I trade here every day? No. What I did is just bought some coins and leave it in the platform. All right, it's like buying some Ripple, Ethereum, Litecoin before. Then when the market goes up, you sell it and you earn. Yes or no? Yes, right? Okay. Then one more good trade I made. It was March 2017. Okay. All right. I invested around $7,500. This is a credit bit. Okay, you can check this at coinmarketcap.com. Okay, I bought around 3,000 or 7,500. Then, you know what happened? 30 days, the price of coin increased to almost $3. And in 30 days, I've made a total of, what was that? All right, that's almost $145,000. Good profit or very good profit? Yes. Okay, you can buy a house and lot at that amount in our country. Okay. Now, the strategy that I'm using is in combination of volume trading. Okay. Wherein you buy a huge number of coins and sell it. Now, for us to understand the volume trading, let's say, okay, let's compare Bitcoin to Ethereum. All right. Now, Bitcoin price last January of 2017 is around $1,000. And Ethereum that time is around $8. Okay? Now, let's say you bought 10 Bitcoins last January and the total investment that you put in, the initial capital that you put in is around $10,000. Okay? Now, let's say each coin increased to $100 each. $100. So how much profit did you make in 10 Bitcoins? That's $1,000, right? Okay. Now let's go to Ethereum. Okay. Now that time, January 1 of 2017, Bitcoin price is only $8. All right? Now, let's say you bought 1,000 Ethereums. This is how the volume trading works, okay? And suddenly, each coin increased to almost same, $100, which is, we all know that Ethereum is $200 or $260 today, right? So it means that you've earned $100,000 in less than 3 months. Who wants to earn that kind of amount? Raise your hand. No one? Who wants to earn that kind of amount? Can you raise your hands? Okay. Give yourself a round of applause for that. Okay. Now, in our country, most of us wants to learn this kind of income-generating machine. But unfortunately, no one wants to stand in front because some of my co-traders in our country they don't want to share some ideas. They don't want to share the wisdom. They keep it in their own. So I tell myself that, what if there's someone that would help my fellow beloved countrymen, wherein if we could help them achieve their goals by using this platform, I think it could change people's lives, right? And in fact, right now, a cryptocurrency is a baby boomer is still in our country. Okay? just to show you, okay, what you need here is you need to be patient. Because some of my students told me that, Coach, why is it that, for example, Bitcoin is still $3,000. I thought Bitcoin will become like $10,000 in the next few months. So someone asking me about that. All right, I thought that Ethereum will be $1,000 in the next 30 days. Okay, and what happened is this. Okay, when I conduct my seminar last July, it was July 1st of 2007 in Manila. Okay, few days after some of my students bought some coins, you know what happened last July? The market crashed, right? All the coins suddenly drops down its value. Okay, and some of them sold these coins. And weeks after, or 2 weeks, 3 weeks after, again the price increased. And you know what they say? I shouldn't sell my coins that time. I should hold it for a very long time. All right? Now, the thing here is this, okay? Now, if we're going to compare Forex trading and cryptocurrency trading, especially if you're a new one in cryptocurrency, it's more easier to do compared to Forex trading because the thing is you should have or just need to buy some coins and let it go compared to putting your money in banks, right? Like my question is, if you have, let's say, $10,000, and if you put it at banks, how much profit will you get in a year? Do you have any idea? How much profit will you get in a year? 1%? 2%? Some are 3% or 5%, right? But I know that, sir, there are some people here in the room who's making a huge number, or a good trade, all right? Some are making 10% in 5 minutes. Some are making 30% in a day. Some are making 100% a day, right? If you know what I mean in cryptocurrency, okay? And this platform will definitely, and I know that it could change people's lives, especially if we keep spreading the awareness to as many people as we can. Now, I came here not to compete with other people. I came here to collaborate. Because I believe that if we go on something, alone, actually I can't, but together we can. Now it's time to help each other to spread awareness to as many people as we can. Because as we keep doing it, we help the industry and we help more people in this matter. All right? So, I think that's it for today. By the way, if I have my Facebook page, you can see some of my events here. All right. Now, as a courtesy to the next speaker, actually I'm done. As a courtesy to the next speaker, may I request everybody to please rise for a second? May I, please? Can you get my bag? All right. Because we want to keep you alive, awake, because some of you, I saw that you want to sleep now. Right? Okay. We want to keep you alive today. So, as part of what I'm doing, I want to bring here in Bangkok, Thailand. All right. Now, okay, if I ask, we're going to do a not live recording, it's a recording in my mobile phone, okay? Just to awake everybody for the next speaker. All right? Because we don't want you to miss the opportunity until 10 p.m. We'll be here until 10 p.m. All right? Now, what you're going to do is this, okay? If I ask you, later I will ask you, are you feeling great? Okay, I want you guys to fill the whole room with positive energy, a loving energy inside the room. Can we? Can we? All right. Because we all came here for one reason, right? We want to learn, we want to earn, right? Yes. But unfortunately, we can't do that if our energies are very low. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, now as a courtesy to the next speakers after me, we want to increase your energy. Can we do that? Yes. Can we do that? Yes. All right, very good. Okay, now later I will ask you, are you feeling great? Yes. Okay, what you're going to do is this. Okay, you will raise your hand like this and you will shout, awesome. All right? Can we? Can we? All right, okay. So I want you guys to practice. Let's practice, okay? Are you feeling great? Awesome. Oh my God, your energy is so low. Let's increase your energy. One more time. Are you feeling great? Awesome! Okay. Now we're gonna do my live recording for that. Not live recording. It's only in my mobile phone. Okay. So one more practice. Okay. Ready? This part ready? Yes. This side ready? Yes. That side ready? Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. Just for practice. Okay. Are you feeling great? Awesome. Then after that, you will clap your hands. All right? If you want to shout, if you want to jump, you can. All right? Okay. Oops. Okay. One more. Sorry. All right. Okay. Ready? Okay, I'm going to turn this on now. Okay. So I'm here right now in Bangkok, Thailand, Jonathan Tinoco, together with cryptocurrency experts, together with the attendees here in the expo. So I want to ask all the audience, are you feeling great? Awesome. All right. Thank you very much for that. Please sit down. Okay. So I hope we spread a good energy here in the room. Okay. Now, okay, here's the thing. Okay. After my talk, you can ask me something about some strategies that we're using. Actually, I'm using some strategies, but later I can share it to you more. Okay, but here's the thing. All right, for those people already in cryptocurrencies, already trading cryptocurrency, okay, I would suggest that share it to as many people as you can. Maybe it may sound like what? I'm going to share the idea that I have? I don't need to. I'm not getting any benefit on that, right? But here's the thing. If we keep supporting the industry, if we work together in this matter, if we help each other, I believe that we could increase the growth and development of each country. And I believe that if we spread the idea to many people as we can, there are some countries, until now, it's a question for them, how to make my life stable, how to make my life better, right? And we came here for a reason. Maybe it will become an instrument for them. So my suggestion to all of you is, let's keep the fire burning. Good morning, everyone. All right.